What's up guys, NepentheZ here and welcome to a FC24 tactics video. You guys have been asking me for a fair few weeks to give you my tactics. You may well have seen it on Bateson's video where I gave it to him as a challenge, but I'm going to break down for you today why I really like this tactic, what the tactic formation is, the play styles that really work with it, and then show you some of the tactics in action. Of course, if you guys enjoy the content, you want to drop a thumbs up, it would be very much appreciated. And you might be looking at my team thinking, what the hell? I built an England RTG team. And so this is the team that we're going to be using today. I went to 13 wins with this team this past weekend league, but this tactic has actually taken me to my game cycle best of 17-3. And I hope you guys will enjoy it. But let's get into it and see how it works. So although you're looking at a 4-3-3 there, guys, the tactic is a 4-5-1. The formation is the 4-5-1 with the two cams. It is very important that it's the one with the two cams. I know historically, this year and in previous years, this formation with no instructions has the right mid, left mid move into the cam spots and the cams move out, and it's always really frustrating. But that gets fixed with the setup that we're going to have here today. But I have balanced defensive style with 43 width and 60 depth. This isn't overly important here. If you prefer a lower depth, it's not really a problem. I probably wouldn't go too deep, and if you prefer the high press depth, that would probably be better overall. I just can't do it because I'm not good enough, so I end up getting taken apart too quickly. And then we have slow build up with direct passing. Slow build up is just to obviously allow you to actually pass the ball. And for me personally, one of the things I love the most about this tactic is it's the only time in FC24 this year that I have found that I can actually play football. Not all the time. I still use and abuse gimmicks and meta overpowered broken things in the game, but there are certainly some instances where we play some beautiful passing football, and that's made from the slow build up. And the direct passing obviously is just to, once you get into that final third, having those options on the edge of the box, which is going to be really important, and in the box is going to be there. And again, width here isn't really that important. Players in the box is really important. One of the biggest primary factors of this tactic is that you don't want too many in the box. There will most likely just be two. You want people on the edge of that box. Free kicks, I never understand how this works in general. Corners, I understand a little bit more now. Free kicks, I don't really care. You can have whatever you want for free kicks. Corners has to be set to 1 because there's an abusive corner technique that's easy to score from, and you need to have 1 corners for that. It helps if you have an aerial plus player in your team. I do not in this team, but Joe Gomez and Kyle Walker are still very good at scoring headers from corners for me. So that is the overall setup for the tactics. And now, guys, for the player instructions. So with the fullbacks and the defense in general, everything is default. You will see here I have set Luke Shaw to stay back while attacking. That is more because he was awful. I've got him evened up to 93 now, so he doesn't actually have to stay back while attacking anymore. But I had his regular gold card, and he was just so poor that I needed to set him back. But Luke Shaw will be on balanced attack. Stones, Gomez, and Walker, everyone on balanced. Oh, I actually had Kyle Walker on there, and that is because I didn't have Kyle Walker at right back either. I had Trent Alexander-Arnold gold card as well. This team has come on leaps and bounds recently, but you don't have to set your fullbacks to stay back while attacking. In fact, it really helps if you don't. You do get countered a lot, so if you're a bad defender, like I'm a bad defender, just be prepared for the fact that you're going to be tracking back a lot. Fortunately, we've got a lot of pace in this back line with Walker and Gomez to cover that off, but feel free to have stay back while attacking on your fullbacks if you want. I don't think it pays too much into how the tactic actually works properly. And then into the midfield, guys. As you can see, we only have one out-and-out defensive midfielder. That is Declan Rice. I know a lot of people like 2 defensive midfielders, whether you play 4-2-3-1 or the 4-3-2-1 that usually has 2 players staying back while attacking. Rice is a pivotal key part of this team because he does sit deep and help with those counters. But because we've got the tactic of stay on the edge of the box for crosses, once we enter the attacking thirds, he does come up to be part of the attacking setup. And he's very pivotal in moving the ball and transitioning the ball, recycling the ball if you haven't managed to get yourself a shot on goal. So the way he plays, cover centre, stay back while attacking, but stay on the edge of the box for crosses. And even though it's contradictory of itself, it works. I don't know how, I don't know why, but it works. And the other player that defensively anyway that sits with him is the right cam. In this instance is Eze. and I know the question is going to be, why not Manu? I'll explain that in a moment. He's on comeback on defense and get into the box for a cross. So he's going to join Ivan Toney in that attack, which for this Eze card is good because it's the upgraded one, the upgraded Evo card, not Evo card, the upgraded Showdown card, and he's amazing at shooting. Having high stamina on this card is important because obviously we've got him on comeback on defense, but also get into the box for crosses. So he's just up and down and up and down. When you're defending, he sits in next to Rice and makes a 4. So you're effectively defending a 4-4-2 with a flat back 4, Foden, Eze, Rice, and Bowen, or whoever you have in these positions. And then your other 2 players are the players that stay up top. And then he gets into the box as well, which really, really helps, especially if you've got 5-star skill moves, 5-star weak foot on these players. I don't think he's 5'5", but he's very good for it. And it just allows you to score some really, really easy goals with him. Most of the goals are driven passes and then an extra pass and then a tap in. But we do get the odd saucy power shot and such as well. In the right midfield spot, this is, for me personally, the part of the team that I don't get on with. And you'll see it in gameplay. Maybe I should do some differences in the tactics on this to kind of change that. It's come back on defense as well. So he also joins the back line, obviously, when you're defending. He is set to cut inside, which is where having your fullbacks on balanced helps a lot. Because once Foden cuts inside, he leaves space up the right-hand side. So Walker will be filling that space. And when Walker fills that space, it creates a massive overload on the edge of the box. He's set to come short and stay on the edge of the box for crosses. So effectively, he moves in field on the edge of the box. And that's probably why I don't like it, because it just kind of, I feel like I should have him wide. Maybe I should actually set him to stay wide. I won't for this setup now. I don't want to change it whilst I'm making a video. But I really struggle with the right midfield spot in this team. I've got this tactic across multiple different teams and multiple different accounts, and it's always a right mid spot for me that I find the hardest to get involved in the game. However, the left-hand side, I really, really like. Also set to come back on defense. Yes, you want to bring as many as you can back when you're defending. We're only leaving 2 up. Also set to cut inside. Also set to come short. And also set to stay on the edge of the box for crosses. You might think exactly the same the other side. Why do I enjoy one more than the other? I don't know. Might be the way that I play. Like, for example, I find it a lot easier to hit finesse shots with the left cam than the right cam. Even if they're in, like, different positions on the field, I just find it easier from that one side. Might just be a camera angle thing, or maybe just the way that I'm naturally inclined to play down the left-hand side, potentially. But once again, you'll notice with both the left mid and the right mid, stay on the edge of the box for a cross. It's not for a cross. I almost never cross the ball. I've done a little bit of player locking to get it to the far side, which works well. But actually, it's for recycling the ball, the driven passes, either into the box or across the box for easy shots. And then the star position on the team, in my personal opinion, and that is Manu's left cam spot. So he's set to stay forward. So again, when we're defending, Tony and Manu kind of up there as 2 strikers. But when we're attacking, Manu comes to the edge of the box as well, and Eze moves up to the striker spot. He is set to free roam and set to stay on the edge of the box for a cross. He's got finesse shot plus and flair. And if you guys have watched my content before, you'll know that that is a combination of play styles that is broken, and he's got 5-star weak foot, and he scores an insane amount of finesse shot goals for me. Even though he's got better defensive stats than Eze, Eze is the one that we send back. You would do well to have a centre attacking midfielder in this Eze role that also has good defensive properties. Eze has got some good defensive stats as well. I think his interceptions and defensive awareness are all right. But it's okay for you to use, like, I don't know, even like a Rodri or something. Somebody who's got really good shooting, but also great defensive properties and stuff as well. It would be okay to use somebody like that there. If not, just it doesn't matter anyway. The whole comeback on defense is more just to sit in as a midfielder, as a body in front of the attack rather than anything else. And then last but not least, we've got Ivan Toney. Very simple instructions for him. Get him behind and stay forward. For me, the striker in this team scores just a lot of tap-ins. Not a lot else, just a lot of tap-ins. When I had, on a different account I had Mikel Antonio, and his power shot plus inside the box and just on the edge of the box, unbelievable. Unbelievable to use. Ivan Toney, I have used him a bit already. I didn't like him too much, but I didn't really utilize his power shot plus too well. So we're going to try and use that in this video to showcase how good the power shot plus with 5-star weak foot is in that striker role. And one thing that's really, really important when building this team is having the right play styles. I spoke before about for corners having aerial plus. None of my players have aerial plus, but that's not the end of the world. Your players on the edge of the box, which is basically everybody except for, in this team, Foden and... no, sorry, not Foden. Eze and Tony all need good passing and really could use passing play styles. Tiki-taka is very nice because there's going to be a lot of quick passing that goes on in this team. But ping pass is the most important play style for this team because it is about, at least the way I play with it, is about making triangles and run sets with your players to open up space to either get the finesse shot or the power shot from the edge of the box, or to get into the box for the really easy cutbacks. And so one thing that I didn't even notice really until I had a look before we started this video here, Foden's got tiki-taka plus and ping pass. Tony has got ping pass, which is banging for a striker. Bowen has got ping pass, decisive pass, and whip pass plus. As I said before, I almost never cross. Genuinely, like once every 5 games, I might have a position where I'm like, oh, I've got a cross on there instead of something else to utilize. Mainu has got ping pass and long ball pass plus. Eze has got ping pass plus, which is great for him being in the box because he's the guy that will get probably the most assists for me in the cutback rolls. He's got incisive, long ball, and tiki-taka as well. Rice has got ping pass with incisive and long ball. And then Stones has got ping pass plus and tiki-taka. And I can't explain to you. This is obviously an Evo Stones with these awesome stats. I can't explain to you how valuable ping pass plus on a centre-back is. And he's got 4-star weak foot, which is also banging. Because there are so many times I get like caught short defensively, but my opponent will overcommit, and then Stones can just drive a pass into that midfield, into whoever's standing there, whether it be Declan Rice or sometimes Kobe Mainu, and just hit that pass into them. And all of a sudden, we've got a counter-attack from a position where I was almost like in my own defensive third. You'll see it as we play the games. But that is the tactics. It works, as I say, in a really fluid motion of passing, and making player runs and doing 1-2s is probably the most valuable thing. You know, literally using like the left cam, the left mid, and the striker to create a triangle of passes on that left side, or the left cam, the striker, and the centre mid to create a triangle of passes there. And you'll notice, like, if you can get your those triangles head on, you'll notice that it's really easy to see where you can make the different triangles of passes. Sure, Bowen and Mainu, you can set like triangle traps, I suppose, with those. Or Bowen, Mainu, and Rice. Or Mainu, Tony, and Rice. Or Rice, Tony, and Eze. Or Rice, Eze, and Foden. Or Eze, Foden, and Walker. Or Tony, Eze, and Foden. So it might just be, you might just be like, yeah, obviously, that's just football, isn't it? But it's just really easy to use one collective of the 3. You know, pass inside, send one on a run, get the next pass into the other one, get the through ball through, and now you've hit the next phase of play. And so that's the team. That's how it plays. And now I'll show you that it works. Owner number 1. Damn, what a team. Got that NepentheZ. Here we go, into the 4-5-1. So it's hard to like play and explain at the same time, but that's where like the ability to like move the ball, or here with the triangles, really comes into play. What you'll notice, like the first thing that I noticed about this formation is the amount of bodies that we have on the edge of the box. So if somebody's playing like this guy is here, it becomes really easy to hit the finesse shots. Like this guy's just backing off quite a lot, which gives us the space. And if he covers that space, we could just, I mean, I've hit the bar of that, but if we cover that space, if he covers a space, we can just hit the finesse shots. And if he presses, we get the really easy, like, Foden. Through ball. There's Bowen, and there's my left mid doing bits again. That's that Travella. What a shot that is from Jarrod Bowen. It's the passes and movement of the way the players are. It's just so good. And as I say, it's so hard to... If it took me a while to get used to this 4-5-1, because one of the things that kept happening is the players just kept running up the field, like, and creating like a big line across the box. And I found it really difficult to adjust. But once I started noticing where the players were standing and how to get the ball to them, and that's like one of the other big things that like people struggle with, I guess, is how to actually get the ball. That's why I don't cross the ball, you see. How to actually get the ball to the players. And that's where it becomes less about the tactic and more about the understanding of moving the ball. Oh, this guy quit. There's the first game done already. He's having a second midfielder. No. As I say, it's weird to explain, but you have so many midfielders. You have so many people up front. You have so many people in and around the edge of the box. Oh, this guy's got Campbell. Gold Salah. Might be a new account. There's that overlap. That's what we like. And if we've got the space, we've got... Oh, that's Eze instead of Mainu.
Tremendous block. Plenty of players waiting in the middle. Well, that's how to beat your opponents.
And that is why the pass in the box works. When you've got those bodies in the box, it's just so nice. It's so easy to get that extra pass. Bit of a sweaty goal, for sure. The amount of goals I've scored with Mainu off that finesse. There we go. We hit it now. Oh, see, I had him and I didn't take it. Let's shoot first time there. I had him there. I had Ivan Toney in the box. I just didn't take it. This is why you need the aerial plus. Now, I might still score this because he hasn't marked the space. I did. But aerial plus just makes that a million times easier from the corner. Gosh. This guy's got Campbell in goal, hasn't he? Silly from him, to be fair. Silly. There it is. There's that extra space. Oh, Foden let me down again. Foden let me down again, and this guy's gone. We're going to another one. This guy got Donnarumma. Barcola. Bradley Barcola's a solid player, isn't he? And there's the player coming into the box for the extra pass. So nice, so easy. I probably could have just scored that with Ivan Toney. But that's exactly why that right cam get into the box spot works so well. Because he goes and joins that attack right there. Otherwise, I'm not scoring that goal. Or, I mean, I might still score anyway, but I'm not scoring that goal. Tony bangs it.
Spot on with that tackle. Phil Foden.
Go show us what you got, Foden.
They need to get tighter here. Well, this could really help the cause. Could be a goal.
Too easy, isn't it? Ivan Toney with another power shot. I love the power shot. Guys, if you don't use power shot plus for like basically every shot, if you've got it on a player, you are missing out.
Ivan Toney.
Gosh, see what I mean? It's just so necessary. Power shot plus OP.
And there's the delivery.
There he is again. Joe Gomez getting up big. Let's go. Go on, baby. Come on, foul me. Come on, foul me. You know you want to. There's that extra run again. There's that extra run again. There's that extra pass in the box as well, which makes it work so well. Direct passing helps with that, but also the slow build-up helps with that as well, because the slow build-up keeps the players like in close proximity. Oh, sweaty goals in it. Sweaty goal. Yeah, the option, like once you set it run away, you just got so many pass, like you've got so many abilities to pass across, and then get the ball like the more of a penetrative pass. Wow, probably Mainu. You've got to be scoring that, pal. Oh. Oh. Odd 8 to be this guy right now. You don't like the power shot play style? Oh, fair enough, mate. Each to their own, isn't it? We will play how we play. I love it. Because I just score bangers with it constantly. Do you know what I mean? Bullcrog is a beast, isn't he? At the Yemi 95 already. Boom! Oh, come on. See what I mean with my right mid? Like, Foden is just absent every single game. He does less than nothing all the time. Gonna be offside again, isn't he? Oh, he's not. Wow.
Well, there it is. Arsenal have certainly tried to dictate the play over the last 15 minutes.
Manu, we don't miss those, baby. And that is why you need Finesse Shot Plus in that cam roll there. Because when they play like this guy and just back off and back off and back off you, you just get that space and you hit that shot and you score that goal.
Really nice ball.
I want to power shot that. Do you know what I mean?
Well cleared away.
Whoops. What a pass. What a pass. What a... Oh, I thought he was offside. I can't lie.
Still finding space on the wing. Oh, he looks
Hey, Foden's finally done something. Oh, happy day. And that, guys, is a tactic. So, if you tried it, if you used it, let me know if it improved your results. Do, I suppose, try and use it the way it's intended. It's not a run and gun. It's not about sprinting. It's about a lot of passing and a lot of movement. This really helped carry me from, like, struggling to hit 14 wins to comfortably hitting 14 wins. I got my best result with this tactic at 17-3. I managed to get into the elite division and comfortably get 7 wins as reasonably quick in the elite division with it as well. So it's really transformed my enjoyment of the game. I really, really enjoy playing FC24 with this tactic. I'm sure there are more out there as well that are fun to play with. But that is going to be it for today. If you enjoyed it, let me know down below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. I'm out. Peace.